Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first ever NCAA 14 Dynasty Rebuild competition. This is between myself and a fellow NCAA YouTuber, Lucky's Corner. The way this works is we will both be rebuilding the same team in this game for 5 seasons, and basically we're going to see whoever can build the better program in that allotted time. Your guys' job is to watch the videos and comment down below who won in these rebuilds. Now, as I just said, I'm going against Lucky's Corner. He's a great NCAA YouTuber, has some great videos, makes some very good content. The link to his video will be in the description of this video, so make sure to go watch his as soon as you finish mine, and let us both know who won the competition. For this competition, we will be rebuilding the Vanderbilt Commodores in the SEC. They are currently a 79 overall team. Once again, we have 5 seasons to rebuild them the best we can. The coaches we have created will be starting at level 10, so we will already have some recruiting upgrades available. And of course, this is going to be all simulation. We will not be playing any games. It's just going to be all recruiting and simming, because I mean, it's 5 seasons, so that would take a very long time. Without further ado, let's get right into it and see if we can build Vanderbilt up to be great. Like I said, we will have level 10 coaches. So with our levels that we have, the upgrades we have, I got scouting fully upgraded, and I got royal treatment fully upgraded for those weekly visits. And I got the opener and the closer levels 2 out of 3 for the total points for every week that I can use. Checking out the depth chart, we do have a freshman quarterback, Ken Seals. He's a 74 overall. I'm not sure if he's going to develop to be anything super special, but he does have 80 throw power, 76 accuracy, so not too shabby. And we also have this other freshman, Jeremy Muosa. I'm not sure how you say that, but he's actually a redshirt freshman, so maybe he will be the starter in a few years. We have the sophomore running back, Keon Henry Brooks, 84 overall. He's very good. He should definitely be really good in his senior year. Wide receiver core looks pretty decent. We got a redshirt junior, 83 overall, and some 70 overalls in here. A couple seniors, but nothing too bad. Now, of course, for the purposes of a rebuild, we are going to redshirt pretty much every player we can, since the first season really doesn't matter in terms of winning. It's much more about recruiting, so I'm probably gonna redshirt all the freshmen and sophomores and maybe some of the juniors, probably not the seniors, because next year really won't matter as well in terms of winning. So as you can see, we've got some very good looking recruits here. First of all, Nate Glover, an 81 overall middle linebacker. He's only got 77 speed, but pretty much all of his other stats that are relevant are very good, especially the 74 zone coverage, which is great for a linebacker. We have 78 overall Amir Jackson, cornerback Fred Hogan, Jason McBride, Alan Gandy, Fred Workman, who's a fullback, but still Clay Thompson, not the basketball player that is spelled with a C. Just a bunch of good players that hopefully we can get all these people. I skipped a few weeks, and here we are back in recruiting. Sadly, we are not doing great on Nate Glover at all. Auburn is in the lead, and we are down almost 1,000 points, but he is ready for a visit, so we're at least going to do that, and maybe we can get back in the game for him. But we are in the lead for Amir Jackson, Fred Hogan, Jason McBride, pretty much all these good players up here, so that is very good to see. Okay, somehow right now we are 4-1 through the first 5 games of the season, and Georgia is 3-3. Don't ask me how, that's just this game simulation sometimes is crazy. Okay, so sadly a lot of the big recruits that we are recruiting are not going to come to us, so we're going to have to unlatch from a lot of these guys and try to get some other guys. Now we're in week 13, and we have some recruits that have committed to the team. We got 269 overalls, a corner in John Lawrence, and a defensive end in Adam Winston. The athlete, James Brown, no, he's not the singer. He looks to be a pretty good quarterback with 86 speed, 86 excel, 82 throw power, and 84 throw accuracy. He could definitely be the quarterback of the future, especially once I redshirt him and let him sit for a year or two. And we have Bobby Martindale, Jeff O'Connor, Andy Mitchell, and Trey Everett. So in the first year of the rebuild, we went 4-8. After we started, was it 4-1, 3-1, something like that? So yeah, we did not finish very strong at all, but it is the first year, and we want to be good by the 4th or 5th year, so this is fine. We did some decent recruiting. Alright, now we're in the off-season doing our off-season recruiting, of course, and the only two that we haven't gotten is Allen Gandy, the free safety, and Aaron Ford, the outside linebacker. Gandy is the much better player, so we are going to put more of the points into him, probably about 2/3 of it, and the other third will go into Aaron Ford. And thankfully, we did get both of these players, the free safety Allen Gandy and Aaron Ford, the outside linebacker, both committed to the team. So in the first year, we ended with the 34th overall class in the country, which is not bad considering there's over 120 schools. We signed 19 in total, 3 4-stars, 12 3-stars, 2 2-stars, 2 1-stars, but no 5-stars, but a pretty solid recruiting year in total. Alright, we've started our recruiting for our second season, and as you can see, we've got some very good recruits on the board. We have 32 of them out of 35 available spots. We have the 80 overall wide receiver Kyle Coker, and then the 79 free safety Lawrence Horn. Then there's kind of a drop off with Mark Britton, Matt Fonten, however you say that, Charles Turner, Kyle Hollis, Josh Ward, Chris Novak, Nick Lawrence. Bunch of good players at different positions, so hopefully we can get most of them throughout the year. In the preseason polls for our second season, we are at number 90 in the country, which is out of like 125 or 6, I think. We have an 84 offense and an 87 defense, being an 86 overall. We're still a 2-star school, so hopefully we can do better than last year. I think we had like 4 wins or something, so if we can make a bowl game, that would be great. Alright, we're at the end of our second season, and our quarterback Clark actually broke the record for passing yards in the season, so that's good to see at least, even though we went 4-8 once again. And also Pierce Jr. broke the record for receiving yards in a season. He got 1,500, which is very good. Broke Jordan Matthews' record from 2013. We have these 4 players still not committed to anyone. We do not have a lead on Ward. He's down by about 1,200 points. We do have a lead on Hollis, Black. We do not have a lead on Mays, so Mays and Ward are going to get the bulk of the points. We have 15,000 to spend, and then Black and Hollis will get a few as well. And yes, we got all 4 of the players, Hollis, Ward, Mays, and Black. That's going to be a very good recruiting class, I think, probably better than last year's. We got the 31st best class in the nation. We got 4 4-stars, 12 3-stars, 1 2-star and 2 1-stars. I think the 2 and 1-stars were signed by the computer for some reason, but still a very good recruiting class. Hopefully we can actually improve next year and win more than 4 games. Going into the third season, we have a very solid team / roster. Keon Henry Brooks is only a redshirt junior, and he's a 94 overall, so hopefully he will come back for the 4th season. We also got Deshaun Jerkins, who's a 91 overall. That's the only 90s we have, but we have a couple 89s, a few 88s. Although we do have a good bit of seniors, so we're probably going to fall off in the 4th season, but hopefully by the last season we will be pretty good. And also Ken Seals is only a redshirt sophomore, and he's an 83 overall, so in a couple seasons he should be over a 90. Recruiting board in season 3, we have an 81 overall guard Shannon Harrison, we have a 78 overall guard Derek Harvey, an athlete 77 overall Jason Blair, Carlton Petway is also an athlete, Brad Jackson, Victor Jackson, Willis Perry, bunch of good players on the board. I only have 17 because I just want to get a few good players to add some depth. For the 4th and 5th season, I probably won't even recruit because, I mean, they're not really going to play or make an impact, so this is the last year of recruiting that I will do. In the preseason polls, we are number 84, which is still terrible, but we're up a little bit from last year, I think. I think we're around like 90, something like that. We're a 90 overall team with an 88 offense and a 93 defense. The defense is very stout. Hopefully they can stop some people from scoring, and hopefully our offense can do at least enough to win us a few games, and hopefully at least finally make a bowl game this year. End of year 3, we did improve. We went 5-7, still didn't make a bowl game. Ken Seals had a decent season, 2,000 yards, 19 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Also, Mike Wright had 4 touchdowns and an interception. Best player on the team, Henry Brooks, had 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns with a long of 97 yards, which is awesome. So he had a pretty good year as well. He should be up to close to a 99 next year, which will be awesome. Well, Henry Brooks actually ended up leaving the program and was drafted in the 6th round, so that is not good. I was kind of banking on him coming back for his senior season, but we'll have to make do without him. We are getting 2 transfers though. Josh Frederick, a left tackle from Auburn. He is a 74 overall. And then actually we do have a running back from Troy. He's a 69 overall. So they should be eligible for the last season, but I don't know if they'll really contribute much at all though. We've got 3 players left on the board who have not signed in the off season. They're all 73 overalls and we do not have leads on any of them, so I'm probably going to distribute the points pretty evenly between the 3. We do end up getting all 3 of them, so that is very good. It's going to make a pretty good recruiting class. This year we ended up with the number 18 overall class in the country, the first top 20 class we've gotten, by far the highest we've gotten so far. 4 4-stars, 16 3-stars, and 1 2-star. Very good recruiting class. Hopefully they'll contribute a lot in the final year. Going into the 4th season, we have a very solid looking roster led by cornerback Gabe Judy Lally, who is a 94 overall and a senior. Then we have Davion Davis, who's a 93 overall defensive tackle. Ken Seals is up to a 91 overall. He's just a junior, so hopefully he'll be back for the last season. And also Mike Wright is a 91 overall as well. In the beginning of our 4th season, we are the 42nd ranked team in the country with an 88 overall team, 86 offense, 90 defense. A little bit worse than last year defensively. Hopefully we can step it up this year and finally make a freaking bowl game. Also, I just wanted to point out that we have a freshman tight end that is 6'8", 278 pounds. Oh wow, what do you know? We went 4-8. Okay, Vanderbilt is just bad. I mean, we're like a 90 overall team and we can't even win 5 or 6 games. We win 4 games. I'm pretty sure we lost to FCS. Yes, we lost to freaking FCS at home. We lost to Alabama, understandable. LSU, who is 6-5. FCS. Missouri, who's 6-6. Lost to Florida, who's good. Georgia, who's 5-6. South Carolina, who's 4-7. Kentucky, who's number 1 and undefeated. What the heck? Beat Tennessee, because Tennessee sucks. The only conference win was Tennessee, because yeah, we beat Tennessee every year though, so that's fine. Wow, so Joey Gatewood at Kentucky actually won the Heisman, leading Kentucky to an undefeated regular season. I don't know if they won the championship or not. And Ken Seals actually broke the passing touchdown record set by Kyle Shermer in 2017. It was 26, but he passed for 32 touchdowns this year, which is very good. Well, so far in Jay Cutler's career, it has not been very good. We went 4-8, 4-8, 5-7, and once again, 4-8. Even though we're much better than we were when we started, it's just, Vanderbilt is just bad. I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah, looking at the stats, Ken Seals had a great year. He passed for 32 touchdowns, 11 picks, 3,200 yards, and was sacked 23 times though. That's a lot. That's not good. The freshman Jake Graham ran for 850 yards and 6 touchdowns, which is pretty good for a freshman. The sophomore Kyle Coker caught 900 yards and 14 touchdowns, which is very good. And of course he caught 850 yards and 8 touchdowns. Defensively, the senior Nate Clifton led us in tackles with 81 and had 25 tackles for loss. Insane. But we did not get a ton of sacks. Like, not one person got a bunch of sacks, but as a team we got a decent amount. Derek Green got 5.5 as well as George Black. Then Wilkins Jr. got 4.5 and Clifton got 4. And then the senior in his last season, Gabe Judy Lally, got 3 interceptions. Wright got 2. Kaufman got 2. Going into our 5th and final season, here is the roster and the training results of all our players. Ken Seals is now a 95 overall, officially the best player on the team. And actually, his backup, Mike Wright, is the second best at a 94 overall. He's also a redshirt senior. DeRicky Wright is a 93 overall free safety. And then we have Kevo Wesley, who is a 93 overall center. And then the last 90 is Alan Gandy, who we recruited a few years ago. Alright, we're here in the last season. We are ranked number 58 in the preseason polls with a 90 overall team, a 91 offense, and an 87 defense. Honestly, at this point, I'm just praying that we just make a flippin' bowl game for the first time in this rebuild. I am so tired of this team just constantly losing, even though it's got pretty good players. The only thing that is good is we went up a prestige from a 2-star to a 3-star, so that is at least something. Ladies and gentlemen, in the final season, we have finally made some progress. We have finished 8-4, and we are ranked going to a bowl game, although we did lose to Tennessee, who is somehow number 1. I don't know what is wrong with this game. Kentucky was number 1 at a bunch last year, and now Tennessee's number 1. It's just crazy. Ken Seals absolutely went massive this year. 3,400 yards, 38 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. That is unheard of. Dre Wright actually got the most carries, even though he's a lower overall than Graham. He got 830 yards and 6 touchdowns, while Graham had 740 yards and 9 touchdowns. And Seals also had 170 yards and 5 touchdowns himself. Receiving, Logan Kyle, the senior, had 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns. LaMonica had 708. Shepard had 404. And Graham had 304. And defensively, one of our first recruits, Allen Gandy, led us in tackles with 78. Brian Mays had 19 tackles for loss. Hall had 14 and Ward had 12. And Hall and Mays both had 4.5 sacks. Oh, and also Ken Seals is second in the Heisman watch, which is just amazing. So proud of this dude. He probably won't win it. It'll probably be Lenneth Whitehead. This man's name is Lenneth. So it looks like we're going to the AutoZone Liberty Bowl to face Louisiana Tech, who is 7-5. I'm a little upset with this, considering they're not even in a Power 5 conference, and we have a better record than them, and we're ranked and they're not. But at least we're making a bowl game. At least we made somewhat progress in this dynasty. Sadly, we are going to end up losing to Louisiana Tech in the Liberty Bowl 28-44, wrapping up our final season of this 5-year rebuild competition. So in our 5 years, Jay Cutler ends up going 4-8, 4-8, 5-7, 4-8, and finally 8-5. Definitely not what I was hoping to do in this 5-year rebuild, the first on the channel. We ended up going a total of 25-36, but at least we ended it on a decent year. Vanderbilt is just a hard place to win and recruit, especially when you're not fully upgraded and you're not playing the games, because the simulation is not very forgiving. Once again, I want to give a big shout out to Luckyz Corner, who I am doing this against. Make sure you go check out his video right after this one. The link to it will be in the description. Make sure you watch it and tell us who you think won this rebuild competition. And also make sure to check out the rest of his videos and sub to his channel, because he makes some great content as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this 5-year rebuild. If you want to see more of these, go ahead and comment that down below, and I will consider doing more of them. I enjoyed this. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.